Hey everyone, I hope you are doing good. It's been a while since I have connected with you all through my videos and all, and I'm thrilled to be back with something really exciting this time. And recently, my friend Vishal and I have been putting our minds on like this tool, which you can see here. This is called VN Skin Tool. So the old name of this tool was VN Magic Deform. I may have shown you all this tool before, and it's not working because it was not designed for Maya 24 probably, but we have kind of let me check. Oh yeah, this one I've showed in my old skinning video, right? So we have kind of use this like method and all and developed on it. So basically like it's going to be game changer for like skinning essentials. We've designed this tool that leverages like the deformer's power, and then it changes or like uses its deformation and converts it to the skinning. So it makes it faster and more efficient for like skinning and like these hard things like this skirt or shirt, and anything can be done with this. Does like this has no end in terms of skinning. So Vishal has worked like very tirelessly and very nicely on the functionality and ensuring that it's not just powerful but also user friendly. So just simply clusters to skin, curve to skin, and whatnot. I'll just give you an example of all these things right now. Then we'll jump into like how we can do all these hard parts, especially the this thing. Sorry about my dog, but especially about the collar and all, right? So on the end, like I've just worked on basically on UI and some testing and some small stuff. Nothing that uh, prominent, but basically like I have been using this tool a lot in like rigging very complex characters and like doing complex stuff very easily, and this is extremely fast. So like even if you are like if you just do rigging sometimes, it will really help you because it's make the process so easier, right? So okay, let's dive into it. And like first, what I'm thinking is like I'll just tell you who Vishal is. So Vishal, my friend, he's right now in DNEG. He's a character TD, and we work together. I don't think together, but like I think almost together at MPC together, and then we worked together at Eccentrics for a long time. We sat beside each other and worked on many projects together. So he's really nice, like um, a really good artist. He knows API and has created so many nice tools and all. You can find his GitHub somewhere here. It's sometime it's hard to find it sometime. Yeah, here. His GitHub is here. So basically he has some code stuff here, some C++ and all. And this tool which we're developing, you can find here on Rigging Dev. Or if you're not able to find his this thing LinkedIn, you can just go on my LinkedIn and you can go to my portfolio, or just like when you open my LinkedIn here on the features, first thing is my GitHub. So if you just click on GitHub, you will come on this page, and second is rigging development. So if you just open rigging development, what you have to do is you have to download this. You actually don't need all of it, you just need this. But I don't know if you can download just this much. So what I would say is just go here, go to download zip, and then just give me a second. Yeah, and then for Mac it's different from not different, but like here you go and like extract in Windows, right? And you can just double click here, so it extracts here. So now here in here we have this main. These are all the files we need. If you want, you can delete these are just some extra code, but I would say like if you are like if you're an artist who uses codes and uses GitHub a lot, you can even fork this repository and keep updating it whenever you want. Like it's gonna update whenever you're gonna update or add new things to this. So after you go here, you just have to go here, and let's open Maya. So in scriptwriter, you just need a new Python tab. Let's come here and just put this run here. Okay, so here just if you drag this run file here, then it will give you this code, right? And what you're gonna do is you just need the this path, main the path of the main folder. So in Mac it's different, little bit different, but what how we can do is like it's here, right? In Mac, in Windows it's up here. So you can just click here and copy main as path name, and if I just go here and paste, so I have main here now. So I can just directly go here and sorry, and you can just load this. It's gonna work. So all right, that's how you install this tool, and you can just put it here on the shelf like VN tools or something, whatever you like, and it's gonna add it here. And you can just reload this. And whenever we update something, you just download and change the files here. You just delete them and just put them here. All right. So let's see how these work. So the first one is like curve to skin, right? So let's say we have a curve here, or we have just a circle, and let's create some joints here. So we have these joint at center. So if I press that, it's gonna give me a joint in the center. We don't need that. We need joints on the corners. So or the CVs actually. You can also use it like this, like just select some random vertices and have them there, right? So now I'm just gonna select these joints, this curve, and bind it. So I basically use just the default. Um, it- Actually, not the default, but this one. This is the settings which I have shown in my basics of skinning video. If you wanna see that, you can go. I have explained a lot of stuff there. So your channel, and here this basics of skinning video has a lot of stuff related to skinning. So after I put this thing skin, it just has a basic skin. And now let's go back here, converter. So here we have to add mesh. So this is our mesh, doesn't need any skin or anything. You can actually delete the history, it's faster like that. And just put select mesh and then add a curve here and convert to skin. So it's going to convert. It took less than 1 second, so it says 0 second. If it was a bit heavier, then it would have um, gotten a more got would have taken more time, right? So it's very easy and very fast for normal stuff. So for example, there's a cylinder. If you make a cylinder, let's say, let me increase the baseline, choose this, increase the height, subdivisions, let's reduce the radius, make it like that. And however many joints you want. Just if I just hide this or like put 4. Um 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 7 should be fine. 7 is okay. Let's put it here. So now actually, because we have created it like this, wait, let's just increase its height to, yeah, move the curve in middle. All right, let's put a shift I. If I just do a center pivot, it's gonna give me a, not a big deal. We can delete these extra CVs. We don't need this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So let's create joints on each of these. Now we have joints and a curve. Select it, bind, and then just put the curve here and the cylinder here. Even if I increase the subdivision height, maybe let's do 70. If it's more smoother, then you can see how fast it is, or like the time it takes, because like that amount of what is this won't take much time. So I'm gonna show if it takes time, it shows there is some time taken. Let it work. It's gonna take like a minute or so, something like that. Actually, 8 seconds. Not a complicated one, huh? All right, so if you see like this, we got this proper skinning here, which is actually kind of useful. See, retains the volume as much as it can, and this kind of skinning we cannot achieve it mechanical like from our hands, because this is all maths, right? This is like it puts a wire in here and then transfers all of it. So basically I would say this is better than doing it manually. So this was the first curve. Then the other one is soft selection to skin. I love this. So for like creating a face, not a face, no, the lip controls or stuff like that. It's very nice. So see, if you move it like this, you see this is like that, right? We can even change the soft selection this to like this, and then this. So whatever you need. So then convert to skin. It's gonna give you this thing, right? The weight however you want it. So now if I delete this and if I change it like that and then convert to skin, now we have a smoother skin. That's what I like about it. So what however you want. So for some stuff, once again, let's change it like this and let's add it like that. And here you can change it to linear. Actually not linear. Spline. Probably spline is gonna work. So let me see. Hmm. There was one thing which I used to do. For example, let's say this skinning is, I'm sure no one's gonna use it ever, but I'm just saying like this, even this is possible. See, it's let's do this actually. Yeah, this skinning is even possible. Convert to skin and see. So that's the power of maths, right? You cannot do this perfectly with hand, because how much you will see, right? Then it gets this easy with this kind of with this tool, right? Let's delete these joints. Then we have cluster to skin. So basically there are some times when there is a lip setup, it's better to use a cluster than um like just default skinning, because for every vertex with a skin you just get from 0 to 1, but with a cluster you have infinite possibilities. For example, let's say let me reset this first. All right, I try like to use surface. It's way better than um a normal this thing. So for example, let's create a cluster here, deform, and this is a cluster. And if you see, this is like that. So let's paint it. Paint cluster weights. Let's smooth it out. Uh, it's kind of not getting smoothed. So let's increase this and remove some weight. Then we're gonna smooth it. I just want it to look good. So after you just smooth like this, you can smooth as much as you want, and you can even increase. That's the best thing about clusters, though it won't transfer the cluster like the more weight you are adding. So if there is one, this is now two, right? This is two weight now, but it won't be able to transfer two weight. It will only make it one. So it's gonna average it out, because skinning can only be till one, but I'm just telling you that clusters can be used like that. So now for example, it's a cluster here, right? Now we have to add a cluster here and the mesh here. Let's put the cluster to 0. It's better to put it on 0 and convert to skin. Took less than a minute. And if you want, you can even, let's do Control Z. I think if you move the handle here, it's gonna create the cluster there. Let's try. Nah, actually I think it takes the clusters. I have to check the code, but honestly should 7. Right, let's try now. Convert to skin. Oh yeah, it takes this thing cluster's origin position, and there it creates the joint. So you can change it however you want, and now you can just smooth it out. And there is one code, like one script for changing from cluster to skin and skin to cluster. We used to use it for Nickelodeon some years back. So that was that. So first I want to show you one thing which is very important to know, that is this tool works in two ways. So one is like without any skin present on the mesh, and the other is like even if there is skinning, it works by like just taking the unlocked joint. So for example, let me put a joint here. Hmm, what is this going on? All right, let's see, let's move it like that. Yeah, it's fine. So let's say you have kind of an elbow here, right? Um, and you already have your skinning, but let's say animator comes and say I need some cuff controls. So you just put, let me just skin it to just show. I just need one more joint here. 1 second. Let's create a whole joint. Skin this and this. All right. So now if you see here, uh, let's put all the what is that? All right, all def. Right. Let's put like this will go in here. All def. This will go in here. All def. And just to show you how it works, let's just see this once again. Let's put a delta mesh here. Deform delta mesh. Blocking to smooth skin. Select mesh. Convert to skin. It's pretty good, to be honest. I I've never used it because this is brand new, but we will definitely use this later. So right now, it's actually very nice. I will be honest. It's actually very good. With the amount of vertices we have, it's not bad. Just like basically, if you go like this, press bit B, NG tools. I don't like the new NG. Whatever. What can you do with the smooth? Increase the bit match. And that is perfect now. Tools, delete all custom nodes. Yes. Let's go to home. Yep. So, for example, you've already done your scanning, your character is done, and after some time, animator says we need cuff controls. So, how you can do here is just lock and selection. So, you just need one joint unlocked, and what we're going to do is we're going to decide how much weight we need here. So, for example, for the cuff controls, just go to shift. I'm not going to skin anything with hand. I'll show you that. That is the power of this tool. You don't need to skin anything with hand. So for example, you need this much. Let's increase it a bit. Tools. So if you think this much is enough um, for your cuff controls, or if you even want to reduce it a little bit, this should be enough, kind of. And if you think this is bit too much in the start, you can use a straight one. This is not bad as well. Like if the animator wants to just put it back, the keeping it straight is also fine. So after this, you just go on soft selection to skin, right? And then it gives you one new joint here. And see, this is just like divided it automatically. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to do go to the C201 joint and lock inverse selection. I want to divide all of these joints weight to just this weight, right? Just this weight which is unlocked right now. I want to divide all of these cuff control uh joint weights to the Krishna. So now let's create a circle here, and sorry. See, I work on Linux, and like working on Mac is just a pain. So hard, like, because you have to use two buttons, the command and the alt. And in Linux you just have to use like uh alt. All right, so just remove B, and just like that, just move. You just put this thing here, circle here. All right, now let's select all these joints. So all these joints and this, and skin it. So now we have a curved skin here. Go here, let's check that lock inverse selection, because sometimes you have so many joints, there could be a joint unlocked and it will not work if that is joint unlocked. So then curve to skin, let's put this here, C2, and then put the curve as my curve. This is my curve here. Convert to skin. It's gonna take like 30 40 seconds maybe. Yeah, 4 seconds actually. Very less. I'm doubting the capabilities of Vishal Nagpal. But you see how fast it was to like create this cuff control. It's just so easy. Seriously, like this is so fast. And like all the weights are same. Like you, it's not that any weight or any of these weight is different. All the weights have the same influence. So that is the power. And the one thing is like you can use it two ways. It automatically removed that extra joint, so now you can delete it, because obviously you don't want that, right? That was just to divide weight between some other this thing. Now you can just directly parent this under this and whatever. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. I'm just gonna leave that here. And the second thing which gonna start is the this thing. I'm just hiding the joints and all. These joints can go extra on this to be clean. So we can delete the curve afterwards and just put it in here. And I'm gonna hide. Give me a second. I'm gonna hide extra, and I'm gonna hide left shirt main cuff. And now let's say let's start on this. This is little tricky but very nice. Actually, the same way we followed this, right? We're gonna follow this similarly. So basically 1 2 3 4 and 5, we have these 5 joints. So first what we are gonna do is we're gonna divide the weights like this, like 1 2 3 4, right? You'll know. So where is that blue pencil? I don't like this blue pencil. All right, so 1 2 3 4 5, and I also added one small thing here called transform to curve. You select them in the order and just press transform to curve, so it gives you one curve here. Now just basically select these joints and put a skin on this curve. The same old, the mesh is gonna come here, and the curve is gonna come here. Just curve to skin. It's gonna take like 15 20 seconds maybe. Let's see if I'm right this time. I'm not doubting the capabilities of Vishal. Seriously, I always thought like it takes more, but maybe my PC is good. It also depends on the processor. Okay, now I'm sure it's gonna take a minute. Maybe more, 70 seconds, something. I don't know. So basically, you can understand the time it takes by like the amount of joints. Then there is like how many vertices. So per vertex, per joint, it's gonna move, right? So what it does it. So what's behind the back is basically the curve which we used. It puts a wire deformer on the mesh with that curve. It duplicates the mesh. It actually doesn't duplicate, but it uh, puts the wire deformer on there, and with joint it moves one joint, like the middle, main joint, it moves. Then it sees the difference between this and the 77 seconds. I was not bad, almost there. So at 70 it took 77. So it just moves these joints with the curve or the deformer, and then basically it calculates the difference between that, and then with all of those calculated, it averages out, or like it's like a delta, and then averages out and puts the weight on each vertex. So each vertex into these, into how much time it's taking for wire and all. So it's a pretty good weight, I'll be honest. So if you do like that, it's not bad. So now the best thing is, like, for example, let's start with first, right? Lock inverse selection. We just want to divide the first weight to these joints. Let's go shift I. Let's take this delete just like snaps. This is just delete parent constraint, so it just snaps, nothing else. I'm gonna remove all these rotations, scale this like that. Now let's start. Just need to snap these. I think I could probably create a script for this, but I'm just like, if what if there is not eight? It could see how many CVs are there, but you have to then select them on order, whatnot is there. So this doesn't take too much time. For six or eight, it's not a big deal, honestly. Sorry. Uh, all right, just skin this, and now let's go back. Here we have first one unlocked, right? So now just put this here, curve here, put this mesh here, and let's see if it is unlocked. Yes, it is unlocked. Convert to skin. It's gonna take, I don't know how much, 8 into some what is whatever. But that's how we do it. So it gets really really fast doing these kinds of stuff. And with the power of soft selection, you can do this really fast. Like, for the one which we're going to do next is the shirt. I'm not going to do all of these, but I'm just saying it's actually very fast. You can shape it however you want. The skirt can be shaped however it wants, and with the perfect weight distribution on all sides, right? Like wherever your joints are, if you have 8 joints, the weight distribution is really really perfect, because it's mathematical, and you see, it's so nice. And if you move this, let me show you one nice thing which I like to show off, is because all of my joints have the right orientation, you can move them like that. Think there is some extra joint selected. I knew it. Hmm. Give me a second. Come on, come on. All right, let's select these, select that, all two. Now, if you move it like this, it works so well. And to get the same weight on all sides, it's so hard, right? Like, we all have, anyone who has done skinning, a lot of skinning, knows how hard it is to get exactly the same weight on all places. There are tricks and tips and whatnot, but this like, if you use a kind of proxy, then it is easier. Yes, if you see in my video, it is easier, but this is just way more easier than a proxy. Whatever you want to do, you can create a curve according to that, right? And then just transfer, and it works really well. So I'm just gonna do one more, that one down there, and you can see the result from that. Um, let's duplicate this curve and move this. Let's unlock this a bit. Hmm. Right here. All right, let's move it. So I like seeing the bottom weight, which is the most useful one, because with the legs, that is the one which is mostly like um moved or deformed, kind of, right? Krishna. So basically, let's. The mesh is already there, but I'm still gonna add it again. I don't know why, but yeah, there was a problem. Like if you don't add the mesh again, it didn't work. But one thing which we forgot was we have to unlock last joint and lock inverse selection, then unlock this. And now let's divide the weight. It should take like 50 seconds. Let's see. But honestly, this blocking to smoothing is really nice. Just delete this delta mesh afterwards. It's so fast and so nice, right? For the body, whole body, I'm sure it's gonna take like 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe. Because there's a ton of joints that we just tried two and it took like 30, 35, 30 seconds. But still, why not? Just get a coffee, man. So nice, right? So easy to adjust. And this scanning, doing it from hand, I'm sure I'm gonna cry if I had to do this from hand, right? There's so many folds and this and that and whatnot. You can just scale this. Oh, scale is off for this. Let's switch it on. I'm not sure if scale's gonna work because I don't think these joints have scale constraints. Yeah, it doesn't have, but you can check it with the joint even. Uh, Unlock selected, but still without the scale. I was pressing control. Should have pressed selected cable. Yeah, it does work. Hmm, why not? So yeah, let's get to our other thing. So basically, this one is similar to that, right? Just, one for a second, I want to hide the jack and controls. Yeah, they're too much for me to look at. Jacket. All right, jacket is from here till here. Let's hide these. And now let's do this. This one is pretty nice because it's the same, to be honest, but why not? Why not? So this looks fine to me, but this is a bit too much, I think. This should be enough, but I feel like we should use the smooth one instead of straight. Yeah, pretty good, honestly. Yeah, so let's go here. Let's open the base joint, unlock inverse selection. How easy it is to like extract skinning from others and not do it by hand, right? And now soft selection to skin. Hmm. Oh, convert to skin. Yeah. Now we have this joint, and none of our weights are disturbed, right? That's what I'm saying. So unlock inverse selection and prune small weights. Oh, my headphones battery is dead. Just give me a second. All right. So what's next? Where were we? Where were we? Where were we? Yeah, here. Lock inverse selection. And now, okay, now we have to just divide that. So it's easy. We know how to do that. We just need a circle here. Let's put it here. Crease these. No B. We don't need a sort selection. We just need Krishna, 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 Krishna. All right. Don't need this. Skin this. And now just divide it. Lock in with selection. Where did it go? This is a mesh. That's a curve. I like to delete the old um, curves because they tend to confuse me. Are we using the whole joint somewhere else? We'll delete it. We can delete it. It's just like we are not deleting it by default because it's easier to just keep it here. It still takes some seconds, right? It's my Toronto time because like right now I'm in India. As for Toronto time, it's telling me to get up. All right. See the joint is open. Let's convert to skin. And now in the existing skin, we have added new joints for the collar. So it's like you don't have to adjust your old skin, and still you can add whatever you want in here. It just took 11 seconds. See, so fast, right? Such a nice weight. Such a nice weight to adjust. So easy. Some things, basically the curve, the soft selection, the blocking are the best. I'll be honest. They just make the work so much easier, right? Just put it a little bit up, down, here and there, however you want. Honestly. All right. Now let's go to the hard part, which is our jacket. I'm gonna switch off these joints and all because these gonna come in between. And let's switch on our jacket joints. Jacket is definitely a bit hard. I have done tons of jackets and I don't like jackets. Honestly, I don't. Um, let's do until this place for now. Like for this one, the upper one. Then we'll do the lower one. So let me increase the selection till here. This is as much as we need. I probably think we don't need more than this. This should be enough. And we would try to keep this, like always remember to keep this surface, because if you change this to volume it will go here, right? See, we don't want the this mesh to get affected, right? Let's move it to surface, and then we move, then it moves this. But as you can see, I feel like there is still some um place which needs to be. One second, give me a second. What if I'm viewing this? Does it not affect down there? To the shift I feel like. All right. Now let's reduce this. It's a bit strange, honestly. It's not a loop. Is it a single mesh? Nah, but still. Is it not a loop? It is. There is some issue on this edge, see? All right. we can use this. Two vertices, crease one, crease little bit off. Yeah, this should work. Let's move it up and see down there if it's fine or not. This is fine. And now soft selection to skin. Let's see if we have any skin. We don't have any skin right now on this, right? So this should just work fine. You see how long. Oh, yeah, this is cool. So now we have a joint here which affects this. So the first thing which we're going to do is we're going to divide this weight into different this thing. Let me select the joints in the jacket and shift I. Now we're going to create a curve here. Okay, let me show you. 1 2 3. I'm just trying to show you how fast is this to like this and this. Utilities transform to curve. Let's get the curve in here. It's not gonna show because, yeah, obviously. Come on, man. Where is my curve? Show no curves. Good. Um, Curve and the joint group. Shift I. Okay. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I think these are too many joints. We don't need these many joints probably, but I'm just saying that sometimes we do need them. So I just added too many. Yeah, I know. I always get scolded because I always add too many joints. Curve to skin. All right, didn't take much time. Now, as you can see, we have the skinning. From what I think, this is little. We need a little bit more influence, right? So let's do one thing. We're gonna add a C1 joint back to this again. I'm hiding this mesh for now. Let's add this joint back here. Actually, we're gonna unbind this for now. Delete all these joints. Let's keep the curve as it is because we do need the curve, right? So we have this vertex selection. Let's increase the influence a bit more. I think we would have to adjust the bit weight from here. We don't want the weight to go down here. We just want it till here. But what I'm saying is we kind of wanna. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's convert this to soft selection again. Now we have this again. Just so you can keep trying very fast. Like it's not that hard. And just lock into selection and just try to curve to skin the same curve and the same mesh. Should work fine. Should take 15 20 seconds. Yeah. Krishna, 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 Krishna. All right. Feel like this is better because it's influencing this, right? And actually, the joints are so close, you kind of have to use both of them to move it up and something like that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna okay, actually I should have removed this weight or added weight here before doing that, but that's all right. We can still do it like that. And now it's better to move this weight from this joint to this joint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all these jacket joints, select the down one, add influence. Why did they change the? I really hate it. They changed the this thing icon for this add influence. So many years we've been using that, right? Lock and influence. Okay, let's start with this. We have it here. So we need to unlock that. And all right. I'm just transferring the weight from the top joint to the bottom joint so we can use that as well. Oh, I did a mistake. 6, 7. Let's lock 7. 5. 5 is fine. Let's lock 6. Oh, the icon is not updating. That's what I was thinking. I did unlock it. Unlock. There's still some glitches, yeah, but it's all right. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hey. Okay, so now what I mean is, like, for example, you move this like that, or let's take the second one, which is the better example, and then you can even take this and move it up like that. And when you have three, because like this doesn't need three joints, because usually what happens is if the collar is big there you have three joints. One, so like one joint like this, two, and then three. So one for like main, when you have a collar for main this thing, and then second is for moving this up, and third is for small corrections. So delete this blueprint and I hate it. Do hate it. So right now you see this, I don't like this. Instead of this, what we can do is, I'm just saying there are many ways to do this. Lock inverse selection and then add back the volume, and unlock inverse, no, lock inverse selection, unlock this, go here, lock this, and select the edge. And for example, you need this weight, right? This is not bad. This is pretty good. And then just go to soft selection, convert to soft selection, and go here. Then you got a new, probably a new joint called like C3002. This one, right? And put the weight here. All time. Oh my god. Now, as you can see, we can delete this joint. We don't need that. This is same as before, but we have a smoother weight on this. So however you want to tweak this kind of skinning can be done. So similarly, if you want some joints, some like, um, what I usually do is I create chains here. So like you have a chain here. Why is it so? Okay, I create chains here for joints, and you have one chain here and one chain here. Like you can even use this thing. What is that called? Tails, and then put those skins like that. So for that you can just basically do um like a curve around this. So for example, you have joints here. um let's create this. That. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Right. So for example, we have this here, and if you want, like, you see the places of these, that's where you're gonna put your, um let me just turn on the CVs. Let's look on display CVs. So like your tails is gonna be here. Hot. Nav a this blue pencil here on. So your tails are gonna be here, here, and hey guys. So kind of forgot two tools to mention. I'll quickly just go over them. So basically, one was lattice to skin. Let's put a lattice on this. Let's reload the tool as well. Lattice to skin and deform. Let's put a lattice here and just make some joints. One here, one here, other one here. Skin the lattice with that, and if you see, this is a bit hard right now, but this should be fine. I'm gonna key this joint so I can show you the difference between the lattice and the skin, which isn't much, to be honest. It's actually, you can't even see without moving two joints the difference between lattice and skin. So let's convert it. So this is our mesh and that's our lattice. That convert should take 1 second. Yeah, now if I go here, okay, so it's double transforming right now because FFT is on, but I'll just duplicate the FFT just to show you the difference. And let's switch on the FFT now and switch off the skin. So now as you can see, the deformation from FFT and the deformation from skin is exactly the same. So getting this kind of nice deformation, the straight deformation, you see, this is so nice. Getting that from, you can easily get this from FFD, right? But to get that from skinning without doing anything, that's pretty good. You can even delete this. This is not really remove and use influences. This had a hole in it. Does this has any influence? I'm not sure. Alright, anyways, that's the thing. That was one. The other is, okay, let me delete these. Okay, the other is the blend shape. Let's move the blend shape. Let's create a blend shape actually. Shift Control J. Let's make a blend shape here. Put this as a blend shape. So the how blend shape works is like it takes the first input and the first this thing. No one's gonna actually use blend shape much, but it's just like sometimes there can be a situation when using it, but I can't recall a situation like that. Unless it's a linear deformation, it's not gonna work exactly as you imagine, because I'll explain that in a moment. I'll just move this a little bit more there. Now let's see the deformation from, I've switched off the deformation from the blend shape, right? This the skin is on. Let's check the deformation from the skin. So you see the deformation came like that because it was too much for a skin to move like this. The thing is, if it was a bit less, right? Let me show you this to you once again. It would work. It would definitely work. I'm pretty sure of that. So because the thing is, the blend shape works a bit differently, you know. The blend shapes is like it works on normals, and it in a blend shape you can have a rotated mesh. For example, I have this sphere. I can have a blend shape where I have moved this, rotate this, right? But a skin deformation, for doing this, it cannot work. I'll explain like how this tool works exactly. So let me just add this again and make this thing. So now if you see, it's same. Actually, if I just move this joint one by one, it will be the same as that. But I'll also explain how it works and what the issue is in just a second. See, it works just fine, but what I am trying to explain is how the script works. The thing is, here when we like how it calculates the deformation. For example, we have this, right? So what it's going to do is it's going to calculate the difference, like it's going to move the deformation or move the joint or whatever, however the deformation is going on, and with each like vertex it's gonna calculate the what the difference, what is the difference between one and the other vertex, and then it uses that difference to calculate the skinning, like average skin between, like how much weight is available. So that's how it calculates. But in blend shape, others work just fine, but with the blend shape the issue is you can get rotated, and to get this deformation change with just position transfer is not possible, right? Like you cannot get this deformation with just moving one joint. You would have to rotate it, and that's not how we created it. And basically blend shape is just an option if it is required sometime, but blend shape is not the primary motive of this tool. It does work, but in just linear deformations. So I think my favorite one is blocking to smooth skin and curve, but yeah, you can use it however you like. So I think that sums it up. I'm also gonna add this video's link to here on the about, like of if you ever use this tool, and then you add this, like add this tool to your directory or something, and use it for some time. And if you want to see something, and you can just go here how to use this tool and see this video. All right guys, have a great day.